I added a toque last night, and I think I slept better. But, it was still a bit cool, so tonight I think I'm going to dig out the long johns as well. Anyways, let's get up and get some breakfast.
Another great spot for breakfast overlooking Lake Corontoso. Cheers, my friends.
Welcome to SWELLER'S and WELLER'S.
Number 4, Lake Escondido.
The word Escondido means hidden, and the name of this lake refers to its secluded location inside the forest, surrounded by mountains and protected by reeds.
And it is aptly named.
There are, wild horses all along this highway. Just wandering the road.
Lake number 5, Lago Villarino.
Named for Basilio Vallarino, whose diaries and maps generated valuable information for the colonization of Patagonia.
We are going to attempt Cerro Faulkner. I notice I say attempt. It's pretty cold today. It's windy and cloudy, so I'm not sure we're going to make it. Reports say you should try for a bluebird day, so I don't know. We'll give it a shot.
This mountain was named after Thomas Faulkner, an English Jesuit explorer who studied Patagonia for almost 40 years. His learnings were captured in a book in 1774, and he was credited with recording Argentina's first fossil in 1760 when he discovered the skeleton of a glyptodon, which is the ancient ancestor of the armadillo. It's hypothesized that ancient prehistoric people used their enormous shells as shelters.
After hiking up the highway a couple minutes, we come to this entrance to the pathway. Just gotta open the gate and let yourself in. Walk along the road for a couple minutes, and the pathway is on your right. Along the way, there's these trees with these hard, kind of nut-like things growing on them. I don't know what they are. Well, here's another one on the ground, and it's kind of soft. I don't know what's going on.
Wait! Guess what? I think this is Xiao Xiao, the parasitic tree fungus that we were searching for in Bariloche a couple of episodes ago. Prized for its sweetness and used in ice cream.
Do you think I should taste it? No, I'm not some kind of crazy lunatic. You think I'm going to taste it? Well, maybe. No, I'm not going to taste it. Down here in the forest, it's actually calm, but I can hear the wind, and if I look up to the peak, the clouds are just barreling over the summit. So it's very windy up there. Hopefully we'll stay on the side of the ridge that's protected from the wind. But once we get to the summit, I don't think there's any escaping it. We'll see. All we can do is try. You know that's what I'm all about. I'm here for you. We're gonna go. I sure am glad there's a trail. Because, there is no option to go through the bush here. In some countries, in some mountain ranges, you can bushwhack it. But this, you ain't gonna bushwhack this. We get our first gorgeous view. Up higher, in every direction, as far as you can see, it's nothing but cloud. 360 degrees, but look at this, right above me, I'm getting a glimpse of the sun. Quite the forest cover. It's like walking into a tunnel. But I'm not complaining. It's protection from the wind. Which way? Oh, the trail is well signed. Getting a little thick. Whoa! Even way up here you gotta watch out for the poop. This is crazy. This is cow poop, I think. Cows way up here, this high? What are these, mountaineering cows? Unbelievable. Whoa, beautiful. Sweller, come on, man. What are you doing always wearing long pants instead of shorts? Well, there is a lot of scrub on most of these mountains. The tree line goes very high. And on these shrubs are all kinds of little needle points. Oh, seriously, I've been stabbed quite a few times. And no, if you wore shorts, you would be a shredded mess by the time you got through it. So, that's why. I think I'm going to poke it because we got to pass it one way or the other. And I'll poke it with my pole so he moves away from me. There he goes. Off the trail. Just like I want. Wow, that was fun. At least we saw it and didn't step on it or something. Oh man, I kind of got a problem now. Every kind of twisty tree root I see on the ground, I think is another snake. All right, it is noon and we're almost halfway up. So I'm gonna stop and have a bite to eat here, because once we get up on the ridge out of the trees, I don't think it's going to be very conducive to sitting around eating cheese sandwiches. So let's fuel up while we can. You gotta love 2-day-old unrefrigerated cheese. Delicious! Some big trees topple out here. We're getting to an altitude where the forest is really starting to thin out. I'm hoping it'll last a little while longer though, so we can stay out of that wind. I already stopped to put on my gloves, but if you read the signs, they point to the right, and the trail wisely stays below the ridge and is protecting us from the wind. This is great. All right, we just crested the ridge and we're getting our first views of the rocky summit. We got about 500 meters to go, which is a fair amount. We're a bit more exposed to the wind here, so hopefully it stays okay. Oh, here we go. We're just punching through tree line. Let's see if the winds play nicely. Onto the rock. All right, 300 meters to go. Looks like it might get a little bit scrambly up ahead. Up on the ridge there, the wind was just howling. I've dropped down off to the side again, and it makes all the difference. It's so protected here, just like a few meters below. So I'm going to try and stay down as much as I can. And, but I don't know. It kind of opens up ahead here again. I don't know. I'll just do my best. Only 250 meters to go. Let's see if we can do it. Oh, it's so windy up here. And it's blowing sand into my eyes. It's just harsh. 150 more meters to go. I think we're almost there. I got snot pouring out of my nose. This is hardcore, man. Let's finish it off. Oh my gosh. That's it. That's the summit, I think. Final few steps. We have done it! The summit! Cerro Faulkner! Argentina! Woo! Woo! Incredible views! Incredible! I am like 1 meter below the summit, hidden behind the ridge, and there is like almost no wind. It's incredible the difference. It's like a hurricane up there. Woo! Oh my gosh. I don't know if I should have a little snack or try to get down. It almost looks like it's raining. Raining around me. There's a little gust of wind. Maybe I'll try and get back down into the trees before I have a snack. Back down out of the wind. It'll be quick. Looks like it took about 2 hours and 35 minutes to get up here. Mountains as far as the eye can see. Oh yeah, man! We're gonna be crazy lunatics going down! Woo! Alright, we made it down below tree line. Oh, it's a lot less windy here. That was intense. Oh, all right. Let's reward ourselves with our last cheese sandwich. I don't think it'll last another day anyways. I also have to make a decision. We'll get back to the car about 3:30 or 4. We can stay and camp right at this beautiful free campsite right where we parked. Or we can drive into San Martin de los Andes. The advantage there is we can get a nice, warm, but a little more expensive meal. Unless I can find something cheaper than when we're on our way to Bariloche. The disadvantage is we'll probably have to stay on the street somewhere and sleep, which kind of sucks. Oh no, it's not super warm. I'm gonna take my jacket off here because I'm scared it's gonna rip on these thorny bushes I mentioned earlier. Just a magical view, my friends. Just magical. I don't know if you can see it, but the car is just at that pinch point between the lakes there at the campground. Wow, look at that. Amazing! Are we going to stay here? Or are we going to go to San Martin? Okay, so here's the plan. If I stay here and camp, it's so cold out that I can't really sit outside or anything. I have to sit in the car. Except to make dinner. I'll have to go outside and do that. If, on the other hand, I go to San Martin, I can sit inside a nice warm car and enjoy the drive, and then have a great feast in a warm restaurant. I have to find a place to sleep in San Martin, because it'll be too late to drive anywhere and too dark, and I don't want to do that. So, that's the only downside. Plus, going into San Martin, I'll regain cell service, so I can check what's going on in the world. The only negative is that I can't stay at the free campsite. But you know what? I'll try and arrange it so that on the return trip, I can stay there, and hopefully the weather will be much more enjoyable, and it'll be a much nicer stay. So, let's go to San Martin, and let's get some great dinner. Oh, we got a little problem here. They don't seem too worried. number 6, Lake Faulkner, with the peak we just climbed, bordering it. We have a visitor. And we have arrived! Lake number 7, Lake Macho Nico. While we've arrived at all 7 lakes, this adventure is not even half done, my friends. We've got a lot of peaks to climb, to see magnificent views from much higher up, and of course, lots of great food to eat. Just about at San Martin. What a view. I promised a warm meal and a warm restaurant, and I will deliver, my friends. We are going to dine. The appetizer's here. Let's take a look. We got a plate of cheese, meat, a couple olives, some lettuce, some vegetables, I don't know what that is, beans, and a basket of bread. This isn't even our appetizer, this is just a pre-appetizer. Okay, our official appetizer has arrived. Let's take a look. What is it? We ordered a deer empanada. Let's try it out. It looks so beautiful. Wow. The pastry is flaky, the meat is juicy, it's delicious. Kind of a bit spicy. This starter plate with the cheese and meat and everything, it is delicious. And the bonus is, it doesn't matter if you're 1 or 2 people, they bring you the same amount. So, I'm eating double what most people are. And you know what? I'm going to enjoy everybody. We've got vegetables on here. I don't even know what they are, but I'm eating them. Might be eggplant. Does eggplant have seeds? I don't think it does. It must have been squash. It had some seeds. And I ate it all, except for the lonely old olives. I can't stand olives. You can have them. I can't stop eating this bread. I better watch it. I got a main coming. Are you ready? The main has arrived. Let's take a look. We got rump steak and a mountain of mashed potatoes. So last time I was here, my mashed potatoes were actually cold. Like they came out of the refrigerator. And I thought, I didn't know if it was the way they did it, or if it was a mistake, or what. But now I know it was a mistake, because these ones are piping hot. Delicious. This steak is so good, I can literally feel my energy returning with each bite. It's so good. I really needed this. I'm starting to get full. But we gotta power through it. We need all the calories we can get with all the mountain climbing. Do you see the grill marks on this steak? I'm not sure if you can see them. That makes the steak 20% tastier. Definitely. It's proven. Scientific research. Well, I buckled down and I finished it. But I have news. We're not finished yet. We have dessert coming. Ooh,
buckle up. We got some work to do.
Oh man, you gotta see this. This is gonna slay you. Dessert has arrived.
We've got a mountain of flan, a huge dollop of whipped cream, and a virtual lake of dulce leche.
Oh man, it's so big. It creates a shadow on the camera. I mean, do I even have to say it? This is tremendous. Oh. Wow. Final verdict? Well, for 7,750 pesos, or about $8.50, it's a pretty good deal. And everything tasted great. It's so good, I might have to try and fit it in one more time while I'm in the area. Stay tuned. We'll see if we can make it happen. The only thing left is for me to pay and get out of here before I explode. If you enjoyed that video, then you should watch this one next. And if you've seen that one, well then you should watch this one. And if you've watched them both, well then, you're one of my top subscribers. And I appreciate you so much. I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.